These conversations happened on the evening of October 13, 2020, at Jane's Bar in a usually quiet town in Indiana. Everything you hear is true and plausible.
Right, yeah. Like good-looking superstar Tom Brady, right? Dude, this punk, he's working out in the park in Tampa where he just went to moved to be on a team, right? The park bans people from being in there because of this corona shit. So what happens? The mayor of Tampa offers this guy a public apology for disturbing his workout. Oh, why? Because he's won so many freaking Super Bowls and he chose Tampa over everybody else? Man, if that was me or you, they'd have us picking up shit in the street and fining us. But, everybody loves this guy and thinks he's better than we are, right?
I mean, if he won another Super Bowl, I was going to stop watching football and switch to roller derby.
Right. I was going to get shit-faced drunk and get one of those crazy neck tattoos with his face crossed out on it. But him, I'm going to get the lawnmower fixed with the money and stuff.
Oh, yeah. You would have got him there. Brady's not going to be getting his lawnmower fixed.
Yeah, not anytime soon. Hey, but do you guys remember Pete Rose?
Yeah.
He was just an average Joe Charlie Hustle type. One of the best who ever played baseball. He bet on the other team's games, and they banned him for life and still won't let him in the Hall of Fame, and he didn't cheat.
And all they had to do was spend more money on his clothes and go hang out with some good-looking movie stars so everybody would be impressed by him.
And marry a supermodel.
I just get pissed off at those who we let it get away with shit because of who they are. We allowed the rules to be different for them and us average Joes. And every time I try to think about it, how this stuff happens, it always boils down to politics and money.
Well, you know what? Fame and fortune and joy at the hip, my friend. These people, they get to that point, and then from there on, they're on an easy street. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, shoving our faces in it, knowing we can't do anything about it.
Yeah, remember back when those Tea Party folks beat that Republican leader Eric Cantor in the primary because he represented big businesses over us? Right after he loses, he lands a $3.5 million a year job with a Wall Street finance company. $3.5 million a year.
Ooh, the Tea Party really showed him. And I bet that finance company is making some money off the virus.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell by that smile on his face on that election night that he made off like a bandit after losing. Even though Congress works only, like 100 days a year. That's an average of 2 days a week for $175,000.
So what? He got a raise. Now his buddies in Congress are going to do what those who are paying him all that money want them to do.
And that's because the game's played that way. And he was only a majority leader. Can you imagine the millions of dollars a Speaker of the House can make for their family and friends?
Yeah, like that Speaker John Boner.
It's Boehner.
Yeah, that's what I said, no? Well, anyhow, remember how he was against legalizing pot because he said it was the gateway drug for heroin? He's now getting paid millions as the main spokesperson for the cannabis industry. What a piece of shit. Well,
you had that Republican Dennis Hessert, known for his integrity. Well, he replaced Newt Gingrich as Speaker of the House. His son, Hessert's son, Joshua, closes up his record store back in Illinois. He moves to Washington and starts lobbying for Google. He made $1 million for his dad. Oh, Hessert, now get this, was paying extortion to a former student he molested. And then after he retires, he gets paid $2 million of your taxpayer money to set up his office to continue lobbying Congress.
You think his buddies knew what he was doing there, huh?
That's just part of the game. And then there's the millions the Democrat Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband made on real estate deals with her help.
Oh, yeah. And then you had that guy, Trent Lott, former Republican. He was a Republican leader of the Senate. I mean, he took $1 million a year job lobbying for Russia against the sanctions the United States placed on them because of their invasion of the Ukraine. Yeah, Russia went against us, and now he's on their side.
Didn't he quit the Senate once before to become a lobbyist for somebody else?
Yeah, it was for the cell phone industry to pass the Telecommunications Act. It was on the advice of his son, who quit his job at Domino's to become a lobbyist for AT&T to lobby his dad when he was the senator.
Well, wait a minute. From Domino's to another $1 million lobbyist to lobby another dad. What do you think would have happened if their dads didn't listen to him?
Well, as a matter of fact, he helped his dad pass the act that prevents limitations on the amount of radiation from these cell towers, right? So there's no limits and there's nothing you can do about it.
So, thanks to Lott and his buddies in Congress, the phone companies are poisoning us for money.
Yeah, just like it's going to happen with Cantor and the rest of them, who are telling their buddies in Congress what companies should get bailed out and what stores should be allowed to be open and how to fix it so the industries they represent can benefit from the virus.
You know, there are millions of stories within stories that show us how these people we elected are all for sale.
With the real serious stuff that we hear about in the headlines, like this virus stuff, makes us not think about all this corruption going on.
You know, and everybody's forgetting about that nut job that's still looking to start a nuclear war, too.
Yeah, Trump keeps unraveling before our very eyes.
Yeah, I'm talking about the North Korean nut job, man. And stop picking on our president. At least he gets these other nuts to back down.
Yeah, by promising Kim Jong-un that he could guest host on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be something to see, wouldn't it? But then what? The TV didn't even give him credit. The main story every night became about that guy Mueller investigating where Trump colluded with the Russians and then his impeachment.
$40 million and thousands of hours on TV, and they got nothing.
Hey, they got a bunch of crooks and liars.
Who they would have never got if they weren't investigating something that never happened.
Yeah, right. Like the time that, right, like that time that the cops were looking for that suspicious guy in the neighborhood, right? They ended up in my backyard, nosing around in my garage. They find a no parking sign I had hidden there, just so I could park my freaking car next to my house. It had nothing to do with the guy they're looking for, and I get jammed up for this crap.
Hey, lucky thing you didn't know anyone important they were trying to get, or you'd be facing hard time.
You know, I showed the cops that night, though. I ran around the neighborhood. I found every parking ticket on the windshield I could find. I ripped it up and I threw it in the street, man.
What?
That was you?
I feel bad about it.
I think they just continue all the while to get Trump out of office before the next election, while he's dealing with Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, and now this virus. They just won't leave the guy alone.
It's because he lies all the time, and he's a bully, and by far the rudest, crudest, most arrogant, and demeaning, self-centered leader we've ever had, thinking he can get away with anything. And the only thing predictable about him is that he is unpredictable.
Yes. I mean, that's the way our enemies see him as well. That's why we got to trade deals from crazy North Korea to back down, because everybody's scared shit to cross the lines he draws. And look at what happened to that terrorist, Soleimani. Imagine how many lives would have been saved had Bush or Obama done what they should have done and taken him out.
Yeah.
You know, times have changed.
Well, I don't know about that, but you might be right. I mean, it wasn't that long ago when we were talking about the beheadings by ISIS of journalists, Christians, and even Muslims.
Mm-hmm.